How's it going, everyone? It's Vivi and welcome back to some more Sly Cooper. This is something I've been recently thinking about. Yeah, Sly Cooper is mainly a stealth game, pickpocketing, sneaking behind guards, with that, I feel Sly Cooper needs a great boss fight. I'm not saying the boss fights in the series are bad, that's not my intention, but there's just something missing? The series could use something more in terms of boss battles. I feel as though a boss fight could utilize more of our character's attributes. Bosses in the series overall, it's all about dodging and punching, and don't forget about swinging your cane around at the right time. Don't get me wrong, some boss fights are more interactive than others. For example, the jetpack in Sly 1, and then you being on your feet while defeating Clockwork. As for the rhythm fights, pressing buttons at the right times, those would be my least favorite style of boss in the series. Those to me don't count as interactive. Like Miss Ruby, let's say, the Grizz part of his fight. There's also Le Fouet. Those are my examples, okay? Sly 2, in terms of interactive, would be Clocklow's Phase 2, where you use your paraglider to catch up to her. Now that gave me a more of this, oh, this is it. We've made it and we gotta be careful. Sly 3, General Tao. The part where you move from one bamboo to the other, that was so epic. Sly 4, El Jefe, probably my favorite boss in Sly 4. You have to dodge fireballs, you have to catch up to El Jefe, then face him on all of the platforms, while also utilizing your first disguise. Sly 4, Penelope's boss. It really gives you that feeling of rush, like you gotta hurry up. Not only do you have to dodge, hide behind the big structures, you gotta jump, make your way up to the ramps, shoot your arrow, and make it across. Walking on ropes. I could go on a lot longer with Sly 4 bosses. Miss Decibel. You had this power-up called Thief Reflexes in Sly 2 and 3, where the environment surrounding you would slow down. As for Sly 4, this was part of the Thief costume, and using that during the fight felt fun. This feeling of you unlocking something and putting it to use. Paradox would have been one heck of a fun boss fight. Like the grind rail section, for example. Unfortunately, we had a button sequence afterwards, quick time events. This was probably due to time constraints, but as I said, the boss could have been so much better. Sly 4 does get a lot of hate. At least as of late, that's what I've been feeling. Am I wrong to say that? Look, Sly 4's boss battles, to me personally, felt the most interactive in the series. You're actually utilizing more of your abilities. Well, technically costumes, but it's still something. Some might feel, well, using too many of your abilities in a stealth game comes off too RPG-ish, let's say. I know that's something I just invented, okay, but some might say, dude, what do you expect? It's a stealth game. Of course you're just gonna swing your cane around, or throw punches with Murray. Any boss in the series which encourages or requires us to use more of our gadgets or power-ups and interact with the environment in which the boss fight is taking place in, that to me sounds like a good boss fight. Even if it's an easy boss fight, the idea is there. All the coins you spend on unlocking new moves or gadgets, to me it feel more rewarding. If you could use it to further enhance a boss battle with the ability you acquired by grinding, that'd be very interesting. Sure, for example, you could use power-ups you get when opening vaults in Sly 2, Contessa, for example. Using this move right here, you could land 2 hits. But there's no incentive to do so. Unless, of course, you're speedrunning, okay. But usually, just by dodging and timing your swings, you win. There's nothing exciting about it. Okay, using some of your power-ups, this one for example, you simply speed up your hit points. Contessa, you need 4 hit points to actually cause damage. It just speeds up the process. Sometimes if you're not careful, it'll just have inverse effects. Like, hey, I want to try this new power-up I got. Oh no, I just got hit. You understand what I'm saying? With that being said, if ever the series continues, which is what a lot of us hope for, I feel boss fights need that spiciness. Sly 4, you utilized your costumes. Why not take that and give that role to the power-ups you obtain? Imagine using Thief Reflexes. Slow down the surroundings? The name given prior to Sly 4? That was part of Decibel with the costume, right? That was fun. To me personally. There's probably gonna be mixed feelings about mandatory power-ups. Let's say a boss battle requires you to use a power-up. If you didn't purchase it, or did not find it, then you're stuck until you get it. Especially for expensive power-ups. From a speedrunner's perspective, that'd be sad. I need Thief Reflex to beat this boss? I have to collect like 1600 coins if we go with Sly 2, or 1200 coins if we go with Sly 3. Don't forget, some jobs required you to get the paraglider, or the alarm clock, let's say. But about this situation, well, 1, the prices were a lot more cheap, and 2, those moves were part of the main quest. Although they were mandatory, it didn't ruin the flow of gameplay. It's not like a boss required you to buy a power-up just for that. But if we're talking about power-ups helping you as a bonus, maybe take different pathways or whatnot, then that to me means there's incentive to use whatever you unlock or purchase. If ever a boss fight alone requires you to get a power-up, surely it'll be affordable. If we're looking at expensive power-ups which can aid us in battle, maybe not make it mandatory, you know, Bentley telling you, oh, you need this move to defeat this boss. Perhaps keep an expensive power-up. If mandatory, maybe they could consider a secret boss. The Sly has never had a secret boss, right? I mean, at the same time, I'm like, yeah, Sly's a stealth game, but would it benefit from having more content, you know, like a secret boss? What do you think about that? Has that ever crossed your mind? Now, there's one last thing I want to say. If you've played Kingdom Hearts 3, tell me if you got Sly 3 vibes when in the Caribbean, the ship sections, and defeating Davy Jones. When defeating Davy Jones, I got a bit of Le Fouille vibes. Well, from a gameplay perspective, of course we're talking about two different things. But with that, with all of the things I've said in this video, imagine having Le Fouille brought back. Call it, you know, a generic name. The Curse of Le Fouille. But dude, he died in the ocean, you know, got eaten by sharks. Yes, I know. But I'm just imagining stuff, okay? The Curse of Le Fouille, he's back. His ship is haunted or something like that. This time, you don't have Penelope in the picture. This time you got Sly, Murray, and Bentley working together to defeat Le Fouille. There's one part I liked about Sly 3, the lemon bar fight. It would switch between Sly, Murray, and Bentley. I want them to bring that back and implement it for a boss battle. Like, just seeing this environment in Kingdom Hearts 3 facing Davy Jones, imagine having Le Fouille on his ship, raining, using Sly, Bentley, and Murray. Wouldn't that feel epic to you? Something bigger. Something like that for a future Sly game. Now that's what I call interactive. Already using 3 different characters during a boss fight, that to me already tells me you have to utilize 3 different sets of abilities. Alright guys, that's it for the video. Hopefully you found this discussion interesting, and tell me what you think. Would you like boss battles in the Sly Cooper series to get more intense? Actually utilizing more of your set of abilities? What do you think about that? Would you like it to be mandatory, or would you like it as a bonus? Use it to your advantage and benefit from it. Leave all your thoughts in the comment section below, alright? And yeah, I've been Vivi, and thank you for watching.